participation program.
Talk today.
What is on your mind, K-Man? If you are ready to talk, we are ready to listen. Here's your host, Sterling Dwayne Ebanks.
Like we have amazing discussions, and not because many would consider him a great friend. Some would say, man, look at it. The guy should be on the cover of some magazine.
No.
Why shouldn't you be, my friend? No?
I mean, I am, but no.
No?
No.
He should be even a singer and songwriter. And you want to tell you who it is? Don't you recognize that voice? Well, call your friends and say, go on YouTube, Facebook, look it up. There are two handsome men in the studio. Well, there will be in a second after the break. Stay tuned for Talk Today.
No.
Talk Today is reminding you.
Avoid any statements or comments which are abusive, derogatory, malicious, or defamatory. Do not use indecent language or make any statement that is false or misleading. Call 1-800-534-8255, 949-6990, 949-8037, or WhatsApp us on 925-3261.
Email Talk Today at candw.ky. Let your voice be heard. And now, back to Sterling Dwayne Ebanks. Radio K-Man Talk Today.
You're so far back.
Hey, welcome back. Thanks for joining us. I know that some days when things are difficult and you have a space where you just got to dig a little deeper to smile. Well, when that happens, you call, Sheen Allenger. And he shows you a baby picture, and that makes you laugh.
You see, that probably looked good back then.
Probably so.
No. Yeah.
No, but it's good, as you shared earlier. Life is short. You should embrace it. You should laugh.
Oh, every day.
And not because you, as though people would remind you, people see you laughing, they say, look at that green teeth fool. You're laughing because you appreciate life.
Yep.
You're laughing because joy, they say, is good medicine. But you laugh because, if David could dance before the Lord, we must be able to laugh and value and share and come together in wonderful fellowship.
Absolutely.
And you, if you don't mind me saying, your other half.
My other half. No, when you say it like that. My partner in crime.
Oh, you don't want your other half? Okay, your other 3/4.
The other half makes it sound like my significant other.
So what do you say? He's not significant to you?
Yeah, as a musical partner.
Oh.
Yeah. And cousin and family and yeah.
Actually, people don't realize that you guys are family.
Yeah.
And you still like each other.
There are times.
No, man. No, and I say that.
But that's family.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You see, you can pick your friends, but your family. And if you can have family who are friends that you enjoy, and at the end of the day you recognize that whatever differences.
We never said we. No, I'm just.
All right. Susan's saying she's trying to chastise me. Good luck on that one today. But this is the beautiful part. Collectively, you're a dynamic duo.
Yeah.
Individually, you support each other, and you give that level of encouragement, not only to one to the other for that individual success, but through each sort of endeavor that inspires each of you to do your thing.
Yeah.
And that is the beautiful part. It's a very strong complement, both with the E and the I, in terms of what you do and how you do it, and the motivation, the discipline, the determination to do it.
Yeah.
You
always have to have somebody that at least pat you on your back and go, hey, that was a good job.
Or pushes you.
Yeah.
Yeah, not down, but pushes you.
I'm not big on the participation prize, because you know how we were raised. It's either you win,
yeah,
or you just win. There is, second prize is like, yeah, you did all right. But you got, you kind of just go for it, and you really put your heart and soul into it.
Yeah.
If you are in the belief that it's, I did my best.
Yeah.
No. yeah, you did your best, but did you do your best? Did you really do your best, or did you just think that, oh, okay, well, if I did it, and that's it, you know, I get my participation trophy, sorry.
No, man. Hey, listen, you don't show up unless you bring in your
game.
Yeah,
bring the
every
game.
time.
Yeah,
in practice or in the final.
Absolutely.
What's that song? I did my best, but I guess my best wasn't good enough because here we are back where we were before.
Yeah.
If your best, you know, isn't your best, as you shared.
That's James Ingram, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sing back and being strangers.
Here we are. Come on. As you can tell, one of us can sing and the other was me.
Get out the door just once. Can we figure out what we've been doing wrong? No, we can skip, man.
Tell me something, and this is why if people are there not laughing as yet, you're not trying hard enough. I'm attempting to sing. This is good medicine. I used to joke and say, my brother said, boy, you couldn't even carry a tune in a wheelbarrow. And only in the shower you would sound good for most people. I didn't even succeed there. But it's about music, you know. Many have probably would say, yeah, they remember reading that, if music be the food of love, play on. It is that thing that brings joy to the soul.
Yeah.
Right? Has music... Mr. Allenger, has music always been that thing for you?
Hi, everyone. Sorry, I didn't say hello to everyone.
No, you only say hello to most people, not everyone.
I actually say hello to everyone.
You didn't say that?
And I'm actually concerned about everyone, too. So when you see me, and if I do say hello, I actually mean it. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah. It's not just a passing thing, you know.
In saying that, I'll be mindful not to share them more because I don't want people to be embarrassed nor to draw inference. But there's someone that immediately comes to mind. Very similarly. It's genuineness. How are you doing? They're asking that because they genuinely want to know, how are you?
Yeah.
They're making a genuine connection. They're making, this thing that people can see immediately. It's sincere, right? There's honesty, there's genuineness in their interactions.
Yeah.
And I think that comes out in your music, both you, but especially, you sort of...
We both write very positive songs about life, about our experiences. Yeah. And there are a few songs that we have created a scenario.
Yeah. Still
based on life, but, kind of elaborate on it a little bit more. But that's the key.
And as much as I know, Sean would want to ensure that we focus on you, right? It's challenging not to see one and not the other, not to see you as the...
Because it's been so many years.
Yeah. How long have you guys been partners?
There you go with that. How
Musical
long
partners.
Have we been performing together? Musically, I met Sean. I probably met him when I was younger. Mm-hmm. But we've made another connection when I was about 15. He was 16. And I was back in high school. Yeah. And we've performed together since then for, I'm going to say, about almost 38 years. I know. I just dated myself. Maybe even longer.
You see,
I'm pretty proud of my age right now. I'm 58.
Yeah,
and I'm very proud of it, because
as we should be, right? Because two things. One, it shows that we have resilience. We have that resolve. We're consistently doing this thing, right? Mm-hmm. But it also emphasizes the second thing. Consistency. You've been doing this thing
for so long,
right? And it must be satisfying, not just financially. It must be gratifying. It must be something that brings within you a sense of purpose.
Dwayne, Mom used to tell me that from the time I was a child, from the time I could speak or I was singing, I used to wake up the house the earliest parts of the morning singing. She probably meant when I was crying too, but because when you always hear a baby cry, you go, oh, just leave him alone. He's getting his words out, however a baby does. But I was always singing from then. My first professional show, I was 9 years old. I got.
Wow.
And I have not stopped. Like I said, I'm 58. Last month on June 18th, I turned 58, and I am absolutely stoked. I really feel, listen, I could not be happier.
Awesome.
Because and unfortunately, I've seen so many of my friends and family pass by, and there's so many things going on in this world. And as I'm saying that, the song that I wrote is all about, which is called A Sweet Dream, is all about getting past all those obstacles just to get home to the one or ones you love.
Yeah.
And that's what that song's all about.
We want to talk about that song after the break. I know thank you for allowing us to share it with our team at Radio Cayman. Is it in the queue, Miss Susan? Are you going to try singing it for us, or are you just going to play it?
Sing it, girl. Sing it.
See? All right, so when we come back, what are you going to do? Cue it up for us a bit, Miss Susan? You'll come back with the queued up. Yeah. We'll talk about it. You tell us why and how and when and all those things.
Yeah.
And really honestly, thank you for taking time out to be here. I know you're going to be rehearsing.
You sent me the message. I said, yeah, I'll be there.
Most people should be as responsive that when I say yes, they say yes.
Well, there are times like you call me like, could you get there like 6 a.m, and I'm like, I don't know.
Are we going fishing? Yep. All right, so when we come back, Mr. Shane Allenger. That's something I hear often, Mr.
No, you don't, please.
But you're 58 now.
I know, but it gets every time I hear Mr. Allenger, I go, oh, I'm not my dad.
Yeah.
But I actually have to. I actually have to accept that.
I own it, my friend.
Oh, Mr. Allenger.
Mr. Allenger.
Mr. Allenger.
All right, when we come back, we're going to have a wonderful discussion. We invite you as we celebrate, and through you, we encourage other people to understand that as they pursue their passions, the writer, the poet, the painter, the sculptor, it could even be the orator. We need to embrace who we are and make it matter.
Yeah.
And you know what? We're going to find some good things. We ask our listeners to join us after the break.
You know who this is? That same old girl that went to Hollywood and Panama? Well, guess what? The fun ain't done yet. Because this year, I'm going to country concerts in Denver. I got kick up my heels in Times Square. I got keep living the dream with Cayman Airways. We so blessed to have them. I tell you what though, this old girl's feeling younger than ever.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering international non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, Kingston, Mobay, La Ceiba, and Havana. Enjoy free rum punch, free in-flight entertainment, free seat selection, and free meals on select flights. Call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
It's game time, Subway fans. We're upping our sub game with the Subway Series menu, an all-star lineup of 6 delicious recipes. Just order by name or number and we'll do the rest. Whether you're catching a quick lunch or just need a tasty victory, the Subway Series menu is coming in clutch. Subway Series, easy to order, hard to resist. Try it today, only at Subway. Eat fresh.
A caring and community spirit, cherished family and cultural values. These are some of the things that still embodies the Caymanian way of life in the Eastern Districts today. Savannah Pharmacy, your neighborhood pharmacy, located in Countryside Shopping Village, is delighted to offer products and services of real value. Whether it's catering to your family's medical needs or carrying apparel, gifts, and beauty products, Savannah Pharmacy provides you with more than just prescriptions. Remember, they're always just around the corner with with everything your family needs and convenient opening hours, including Sundays and holidays. Savannah Pharmacy. For more information, call 946-3336.
Prescription refills made easy at Savannah Pharmacy. WhatsApp your prescription refills to 929-5045.
Thinking about what to do on this hot summer day for little or no cost to you? Head over to the new Shoreline iMap to find the closest public shoreline access point. Then grab your sunscreen and head to the shore. Use the new Shoreline iMap today at gov.ky/shoreline.
Water Authority Cayman would like to advise its valued customers that its Cayman BRAC Customer Service Office will temporarily close from 12 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. on Wednesday, July 17th to facilitate a staff event. The authority apologizes for any inconvenience this may cause and appreciates the public's understanding.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Hey, welcome back, and honored to have in the studio Shane Allenger, as we now have to be respectful, Mr.
He's saying that now. Whatever. A few minutes from now, he's gonna go get out. Yeah.
One listener says, tell Mr. Give my regards to Mr. Allenger. I want to emphasize that because I look at people who are musicians and they're going on a gig. They're not going to work.
Right.
People who, like my brothers and those who operate in North Sound charters, they're going on a trip. Think about the mindset. The rest of us are coming to the grind, the daily grind.
Everything. Honestly, everything is a gig.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. We see it as a job. Mm-hmm. And
sorry, just pull out Michael a little closer.
We see it as a job, and it is all a job. Yeah. Because there's nothing you do from even an artist. Mm-hmm. When yes, they have to be inspired, and yes, they could paint. Some just paint and just go at it. But it's still, for me, it's still a gig. It's still there are people that look at it as just a hobby. But when you think of all the things you have to learn, all the things you have to do to be better at that job,
But even just being able to maintain that job.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You sorry.
But but as usual, my favorite saying is, you gotta put the time in to get something back. You gotta make it.
Okay. I thought you would say you gotta make time to know her.
No.
No.
And in there too is a job. A relationship. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
You've gotta put the time in.
Yeah.
Give her the love.
Take time to know her, man.
Give him the love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that is, hey, if you're listening, lady, that's true. Because men don't necessarily, or rarely, should I say, that they'll say, hey, I need you, I want this thing. And if they do, right, embrace it.
I think more these days, men are more sensitive, and they will express that more. Women are more outgoing now than before, and they will look and go, please. Don't beg.
That's looking at you.
But I wouldn't say that's all women, but that's just it. Plus, I'm not a woman, so what do I know? Like somebody was saying, one of the biggest books they found in the airport. It says everything you need to know about women, and he bought that. He bought it.
Was it
and then
1,000 pages?
Yeah, 1,000 pages. He opened it up. It was all blank.
All the pages were the same?
No, just blank.
Nothing.
Not a thing on it because
we don't know anything.
We don't know anything.
Yes,
because each woman has their own. You can say that about each person.
Yeah.
They do have their own way about them.
And that's the beautiful thing about, people. You get that dynamic. You get to sit, engage, you learn that connection, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I liken it a lot to live music. You can go to your favorite. Like I watch you guys perform many times, and it's not just the different venues.
Right.
It's even if you go back to the same venue, each evening, even if it's the same set, it's different.
Yeah.
Right? You see your preparation, you see your entertainment value, but it's a different thing, right? And that is what life is. You personify that through, your music?
Well, we definitely feed off of what we're doing, what's happening with our own lives in the day, but we're also feeding off of the audience, or even an individual person that we're looking at. We're seeing their expressions, and it's really funny because I can read lips. You think I'm just singing? I can read your lips.
And with that,
it's true. When you do it when you perform for so long, you literally things come out. It's kind of like having dinner. Yeah. You got your fork, you put it in your meat, and you put it in your mouth. It's simple. There is no if, ands, or buts. That's how we're created. That's how we're done. So the same thing happens when you're doing your job. Because you remember the thing about whistle while you work. You could have a woman typing something, staring at it, and having a conversation with you at the same time. Yeah, hi, yes, yeah. Okay. Okay, I just got to finish this. Bye.
That's a story there again.
That's a song.
Yeah. I was thinking of one, but I don't remember it right offhand. It'll come back to me. Because, see, music, just the way sometimes some songs cause you to feel, to think, to reminisce. And if we allow that to help to inform us, we either will be very positive and energetic, or we'll become, a bit sad and perhaps even a bit of a discord. But music can bring soothing to the soul. It can bring inspiration.
It could also make you cry too. You kidding? Music is life. Whatever you breathe into it is what you're going to get back, and however you feel is what you're also going to get back.
So with this one that you two questions. What was the impetus? We want to talk about what are the songs, right? But what made you put this together, and why a solo project, so to speak?
I've been writing a lot of songs with High Tide, as well as Sean's written his share. But it got to a time, and I mean, if you don't want to do a solo project at 58, then, maybe I waited a little bit long. But
at some point you got to grow up, right?
Yeah, well, speak for yourself. No, I'm just kidding. No, it just felt like it was the right time to do it. And believe it or not, even when I was doing it, I felt like I was cheating. Because it's been so many years with High Tide that trying to do something outside of High Tide just made me feel like, oh, wow. Is this right? Is this not? It really does. And for a while, it made me feel that way. But then Sean spoke to me, and one of our managers from Nashville, he spoke to me as well. And he just went, no, everybody does it.
Yeah.
So don't feel guilty. We all do it. Plus, it always opens up a new perspective and freshness to when you come back to the High Tide. Plus, High Tide has a certain brand and sound that we try to keep. This one is outside of the box. I think I thought outside of the box with this one.
I want to listen to it, but when I said earlier, the compliment with the E and with the I, that's exactly what you just shared. You're doing this as a solo project. People should understand when you said, I felt like I was cheating, because you're this duo, right? You've been friends, partners.
It's a relationship.
Yeah.
Not the way some people would think. Get your minds out of the dirt.
Isn't that weird? The words today.
But it's not. It is something.
Yeah, man.
And I think that goes all the way around, because that can happen in relationships.
Yeah.
Misunderstandings.
Exactly. Of any kind. Is it a call, Miss Susan? Is that okay? Let's go to the phones. Sheen Allenger is our guest. Hey, welcome. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, good afternoon, Dwayne.
Hey, how are you today? Another, sort of product of a musical prodigy family, man. How are you?
Okay. And you?
Excellent. I'll be honest with you, man. If today wasn't a good day, it's going to even be better because I mean it's just fantastic to be a part of this side of the heaven.
Okay. Yeah, good afternoon to Sheen, Thomas.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay. Well, when it comes to music in Cayman needs to get more serious about helping our future musicians the way that Jamaica is. Jamaica is investing a lot into their people when it comes to music. Those who have made it are helping those who are coming behind them. The same with the trade schools. That's why the Jamaican people are good in trades when it comes to trades, because they provide the trade schools for them in Jamaica that they're able to do so. So the government and the private sector need to get behind our musicians and helping them financially in any way that they're able to. And people such as my sister Nina Orrit, who is I would say one of the best music teachers I have ever known. Not saying that just because she's my sister, but I'm just telling you the truth. My sister is able to help people to sing notes that they have been really trying to sing. And the way that she trains them, she doesn't stop until they're able to sing that song exactly how it needs to be sung. It's just like the national anthem song that she sings this morning at 6 o'clock. Like I said, I'm not bragging because she's my sister, but if we have people such as my sister training our young Caymanian musicians how to sing and to sing in the right way, I think we will get further ahead when it comes to the Caymanians making it in the music industry. But like I said, we can't be dependent on foreigners to come here and help our young people to be singers or drummers or whatever that they need to be. We have those same people here in Cayman, drummers, singers, people who know how to play guitar. But the government and the private sector need to get more serious about it. Like I said, they need to get as serious as they are in Jamaica and as they are in America. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, man. And it's about respect and appreciation, opportunity, and advancement. Mr. Allenger.
That was, that's a tricky subject, Keith. It really is, because you also need the artist himself to be as serious and involved. It's not about just wanting it. You need to really, really want it. You really want to get there. And it can't be just handed to you, which in all parts of the world, we have seen that. So it's not just Cayman. Mm-hmm. And I think it is a subject that we could talk about, but it's a very touchy subject. So
let's take a page from you guys, right? You've been consistent 40 years-ish, right? And longer, but you've been doing this thing day in and day out.
We have used, honestly, for High Tide, we have spent our money.
Yeah.
We have not gone to the private sector. We do have some fans and some friends who have invested some money with us, mm-hmm. but a lot of our money has come from us. Mm-hmm. We have taken. I remember doing, Sean and I both, I remember doing almost 10 shows a week, and we were on a salary. We paid ourselves a salary, and I think we were giving ourselves like $400 or $500 a week just so we could put money aside to invest in what we do. Mm-hmm. When you, like I said, it is a delicate subject.
Yeah.
So I don't want to.
Fair enough.
Anger anybody or piss anybody off. But the fact of the matter is, you can ask, but you need to do it for yourself, mm-hmm. and you need to put that time in for you. And when you have that together, you approach a company. We did it. We had a meeting with four of the wealthiest Caymanians, and basically what they asked was, what was my return going to be on that investment? Was this? Was that? Trust me, it isn't easy, and
it's a business,
the
man.
worst and actually the toughest business in the world is music, because it's a very, very what's the thing when you deal in stocks again? It's
volatile.
Volatile, market, because you don't know if you could think that your song's a hit, you could think that you're the best in the world, but it's still up to the public.
But you're the product that's providing the service, right? 10 shows a night, your voice can get affected. Anything can happen, right? There's so many uncontrollable variables. All right, after this break, let's talk about the song. All right, and maybe again, as we listen and we see tangible examples, we could be inspired to pursue that thing, whether it's in the arts, whether it's in athletics, it's in academics, you want to get into research. We need to look that there are tangible examples.
And Keith, I love your sister. Please tell her I said hello.
Yeah, but he has more than one, so don't.
Nina, come on. We were talking about Nina. Sarah as well.
Hetty, I guess none for you, girl. All right. We're going to pause because Mr. Allenger, join us after.
Summer's heating up, and so are the good times. Whether you are out on the water, enjoying the beach, or gathering with colleagues for an office bash, make it a feast to remember with Subway. From assorted sandwich platters to mouth-watering cookies, our catering menu has something for everyone. Perfect for groups of 5 or more. For food that's fresh, fast, and perfect for any occasion, choose Subway Catering. Visit subway.ky for catering options. Subway. Eat fresh.
At Doctors Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctors Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
You know who this is? That same old girl that went to Hollywood and Panama? Well, guess what? The fun ain't done yet, because this year, I'm going to country concerts in Denver. I got kick up my heels in Times Square. I got keep living the dream with Cayman Airways. We so blessed to have them. I tell you what though, this old girl's feeling younger than ever.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering international non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, Kingston, Mobay, La Ceiba, and Havana. Enjoy free rum punch, free in-flight entertainment, free seat selection, and free meals on select flights. Call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
There's nothing more important than your health, and seeking expert healthcare with physicians you can trust is what you deserve. UHealth, the University of Miami Health System, offers peace of mind to you and your family with a first-class experience. Our patient coordinators assist with everything you need before, during, and after your stay with us. As South Florida's only academic-based health system, UHealth offers cutting-edge treatment, compassionate care, and life-changing results just a flight away. Learn more at umiamihealth.org/international.
Find your dream car with a Cayman National Vehicle Loan. Enjoy 100% financing, up to 8-year repayment, and a 7% fixed interest rate for the first 5 years. For eco-friendly cars, we'll waive your commitment fee. This only applies to new vehicles. Call 949-8300 or email lending@caymannational.com today.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, K-Man?
Hey, welcome back, and I'm very grateful to Sheen Allenger for coming in, and not just through your project, your consistency, hopefully the continued success, but it's the inspiration that through discipline, dogged determination, we get somewhere, right? And I say this because I recognize that in today, we look at people, and if they're under 20, we think they're too young and don't know anything. If they're over 50, perhaps we think, oh, they're old and now they need to be gradually put out to pasture. You guide me that I would say it's wrong, but what's that song? You know, a good rock and roll thing is better than a new thing at a time, right? The song.
This is like where Sean's brain would come in right now. Yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. And the idea that Sparrow talks about age is just a number, right?
Yeah.
We hear, oh, you like fine wine age. People, I don't want them to draw any inferences. I want them to use it literally. Why do we discard the old, or why do we shy away sometimes from the tried and true? Not that we shouldn't be innovative, not that we shouldn't consider other things, but just because an employee is at 60, 65, 70, that's only when they're really coming into good. When you get to that stage, you bring so much to the table, a wealth of knowledge, experience, expertise, right? And you can still do great things. The Pele, you know.
But it doesn't always mean that most of them will bring the stamina with it. Because when you're younger, you have way more.
Yeah.
Way more energy, you know, than when you're older. Trust me, I don't mind a nap in the afternoons.
You know what? Well, we did it when we were younger, right? You were forced to.
Hey, the Mexicans got it right, man.
The Spanish, yeah.
Siesta. Oh, yeah.
And I say that to share that as we look to other people who have paved the way, who are continuing to pave the way, we can draw inspiration from them.
Yeah.
As I shared with you off here, you know, one of our listeners says, you know, it's not one-sided, high tide. You know, you guys have been consistent day in and day out. You've put in the hard work.
Yeah.
That's to what you shared just now. You want to get somewhere, you gotta put it in, man.
And I mean, even this project that we're on, even though it's high tide, I'm still, for me, I'm still starting from scratch because in its own way, because I'm going out with my name.
Yeah.
I've not asked for anyone's help. I'm doing all this on my own.
But you still felt supported.
Well, I mean, you have your following on social media, but you're still introducing them to something new.
Right.
That's not a high tide brand. It's a Shane brand.
Yeah.
You know, I'm sure they like it. Some would probably go, but it's not. It doesn't sound like high tide. It's not supposed to.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to. It's supposed to sound like Shane. You know, that's basically it. The same way, I think when Sean did his album a couple of years ago, you know, to the beat of his drum, and that.
I like that. I said to him privately and publicly, I liken it to Santana with a collaboration, and I still listen to it. Very familiar voices. Quincy's doing, you know, the 7 Mile Beach one. They're different pieces. But it shows the creativeness that is here. It also shows that perhaps in other markets, you, Shane, and many others, from, you know, Leslie Smith, for instance, as a football player in the 80s, probably one of the greatest footballers this country will ever know, right? We should never ever stop celebrating, you know, Lee Ramone, for instance, right? But we have so many that are so talented.
Yep.
And we discard, disparage, disrespect, deny, or sometimes just delay their entry into the arena.
Well, in a way, it's kind of like a crab in a barrel kind of thing. You know, but it's expected.
Is it?
I mean, if you want to go off of the Bible, Jesus was not a prophet in his own country.
A man is not a prophet in his own country. So it's expected and it's accepted. Is it because of the scriptural interpretation application?
I think it's just human. It's a human nature thing. You're afraid of what you don't understand.
Interesting. across the table is someone I understand. She's saying, come here, Bobo. We got a commercial break, the news. We're going to do that.
You go, Susan.
Yeah, Paul, could you feel it?
Keep us on point.
Yeah, good luck on that one today. All right, but we can speak to the song. We can hear the song.
Yeah.
We can chat a bit more.
Sure.
You got time?
Absolutely.
All right. I really say some good things about Sean. Stay tuned for Talk Today.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The Headline News is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
With a look at your latest headlines, I'm Dwayne Ebanks. Police Sergeant Karen Watson, a member of the Royal Cayman Islands Police Service, is currently facing charges related to misconduct in public office. The allegations against her involve unauthorized access to data on a woman who was in a relationship with the same man she was reportedly involved with. Watson denies these accusations. According to reports, Watson alleged accessed the woman's personal information, including messages, on at least 2 occasions without proper authorization. The affected woman filed a complaint against Watson, leading to the charges. Watson is set to stand a priority trial scheduled for November the 4th, and Watson remains on bail until then. In regional news, Trinidad and Tobago's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley expressed serious concern about the rising incidence of violent crime and the continued use of illegal, high-powered assault weapons in the country. In response to a bloody weekend that left at least 18 people dead, the National Security Council convened under Rowley's chairmanship. During the meeting, security officials from various agencies discussed strategies to address the situation. Prime Minister Rowley emphasized the need for a proactive, intelligence-driven approach. He called for robust measures focused on known and suspected individuals involved in serious criminality. The government expressed its support for law enforcement in carrying out their duties and responsibilities. In Antigua, less than 24 hours after resigning from the United Progressive Party, opposition legislator Anthony Smith has been sworn in as the Minister of Agriculture, Lands, Fisheries and the Blue Economy. Smith cited a misalignment of values as his reason for leaving the UPP. His decision to accept a cabinet position means that the ruling Antigua Labour Party can now count on his vote. That is your latest headlines. I'm Dwayne Ebanks.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
HSA's Urgent Care Clinic is now open 7 days per week to serve you better. Visit our dedicated team at Urgent Care Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and weekends and public holidays, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. No appointment necessary. If you are experiencing non-life-threatening symptoms and conditions such as the cold and flu, sprains and cuts, earaches, nausea and vomiting, visit Urgent Care's walk-in clinic at the main entrance of the Georgetown Hospital, now open every day. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
Between 1949 and 1951, health officer Bertie Ebanks and entomologist George Gigioli spearheaded the first serious fight against mosquito with spraying equipment and large quantities of the new insecticide DDT. The program was credited with eradicating the threat of yellow fever and malaria. In the later 50s, the program was upgraded with the purchase of the Todd insecticidal fog applicator, which was mounted on the back of a truck and delivered a noxious mist of DDT impregnated diesel oil.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Hey, welcome back, and thanks for joining us. Thanks to Shane Allenger. But till 1:30, you give me an extra couple of minutes. Thanks.
Bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We do have a call. We want to get to this song, but let's take this call.
Okay.
We're speaking to Mr. Shane Allenger. Hey, welcome. Thanks for calling. How are you today? Welcome.
Good day.
And to you, Mr. B. What's going on?
How you doing, man? I've been calling you Mr. Platinum and Lord Sterling. But,
Thank you, man. It's all in good love. It's all in love. Yeah.
I got to big you up, but I got to big up the great Nina Ord as well.
Yeah. She is.
She was my voice teacher. You know.
Came on Songbird, man. She's amazing. Huh?
Yeah.
She got some more work to do. I'm just kidding.
You can sit down.
She worked hard on me.
Yeah.
She had that place down by where Atlantic, down by opposite where Burger King is on the waterfront.
Oh, I didn't know she had a.
Yeah, she had a place there. When I was in my teens, she was my teacher, and she worked hard. She was always very encouraging and stuff.
Like her brother said, she was there to try to instill, to teach, to impart.
I got to big up High Tide too, and Mr. Lame and Notch and all the Cayman boys, the Cayman girls.
Yeah, man. And you keep
I
up.
want to do a little piece for Nina.
All right. Well, put your music together, man. Record it, write it, get it out there, man. Produce it, and so we can play.
I got a little piece I want to do for Nina, Mr.
Oh, you want to do it now?
Sterling.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. When she's gone away. All
right, man. I would even tell you that even on a rainy day, Miss Nina would bring much joy and rays of hope to all around us. So thank you very much. But I respect that we have for each other, that willingness to share public appreciation.
Yeah.
He sings it in a way that you can feel the respect. And I shared it. It's amazing. It's that thing that we have here that sometimes we don't embrace it, we don't acknowledge it, and we don't understand the importance of accepting that we need to draw alongside and nurture. Extend the hand to pull them along, sometimes to put a hand at the back to brace them.
I like that low timber and the little gravelly thing going
nice,
on in there.
Nice,
yeah, man.
He got talent, sir. Yeah, Craig Brown, man. He got talent, and it's just a matter of encouraging, man, guiding, navigating, nurturing. Yeah, Craig Brown. We got a couple of pieces from him here that we have played from time to time. It's a community that should more easily be able to identify and support its own, but are so quick to castigate that it's unfortunate. Back to what you talk about, the crabs in the barrel, right? But I want to focus on you because I know, at least from my perspective, when I cross you in the supermarket or the parking lot, whether it's in between sets, we can laugh, man. I mean,
we can laugh, we can talk. I barely even get out the store until 2 hours later.
You say you don't enjoy that?
We enjoy it.
Okay, that's true.
But, the wife sits and she just she waits, and then she goes in the car and she sits down and says,
if somebody else
just went back to the car.
But see, that's a good woman. Who understands she has a good thing.
Well, she don't go much to the store.
It doesn't get any better, but that's when you're a celebrity, man. People see you, they want your autograph, they want to say, I know the guy.
You know what? It's nice to have a little conversation. And
yeah, man. We have to do more of that.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow,
Cayman's changed. I mean, it's not what it used to be.
Yeah.
And we were way more friendly, and way more accommodating to each other.
Yeah. The interesting thing the other day, I'm going somewhere and
I'm not just talking about Cayman, I'm talking about everybody.
The country. The physical landscape has changed.
We're segregated,
mm-hmm.
where we never used to be.
Yeah, man.
So it's...
And we better be mindful of that, because if it wasn't that I know you would more than willingly engage in that discussion, and this is where I think through the social commentary that can come through poetry, through song, not just the painting or that sculpture or that art installation that signifies something.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be mindful of that because it's happening before our eyes. and sometimes we don't see the message or the symbolism, right? This song,
yes.
Tell us about it. I mean, what is it about? And then we get Susan just to sample it for us.
Like I said, it's a song about fighting all the obstacles. I wouldn't even say fighting, but trying to get past all the obstacles,
right,
just to get home to the person you love. And I woke up thinking about all these things and seeing all that's happening in the world today, and just feeling like what happens when I'm here, like thousands of miles away from Cayman, just to even come home to Cayman to try and get back home in one piece, and just everything. The song's about coming home to that sweet dream, but not just for me, but for everyone who feels that way, that wants to just get home to that, get back home to a happy place. And it's really funny because we have a lot of, when we say expats that work here, that when they go home back to where they're from, they actually, if they're here long enough, they actually turn around and go, I miss Cayman. I want to go back home. And I'm like, you are home.
You're caught between two worlds almost.
And they're saying, no, after being in Cayman, it's such the what we do for people as Caymanians, as Cayman, they don't get when they're back home.
I'm glad that you share, because everyone who knows you would recognize that you've always been you. All right?
That won't change.
Yeah, and as you shouldn't, because you're a great person, but you interact with so many people, not just the numbers, but people who represent many different sort of facets of society. And like you, we come across people who say, after a period of time in Cayman, no matter where they go, there's something special about this place. But for some reason, it seems that many of us now don't value that, don't appreciate it, don't recognize that. It takes that lens of that person who traditionally wasn't from here to remind us. I say that to share that during that national imprisonment where everybody was on the house arrest, it was a great time for some. They got creative in their writing. They got to their farm and they did things, right? I got to interact with many people deliberately, consciously, willingly. Would go, and I got to see Cayman again through their lens. Wow, what a beautiful place.
So you see, this song even talks about you as well.
Yeah.
Because I'll just read
Yes.
the first thing. With High Tide, we've traveled and we've met so many people.
Yeah.
So the first lines are, I've been lost in a million dreams with a billion smiles with a trillion screams in the universe, so alone. So this is you being out in the world, smiling at everybody, saying hello, talking, doing the whole thing, but you still, you know what I mean? There's so many things going on, and it talks about what you just said. Yeah. I've met so many people, I've done this and that. And the song just goes on to telling you, but basically it just talks about trying to get back home to that happy place.
That appreciation from the recognition of what you have that possibly was taken for granted, that is so fleeting that should you not embrace it, it'll pass in a blink of an eye. Good summation. Miss Susan, with your questions, my lady, would you cue that song? And if you listen closely, you'll hear me in the background. But you gotta listen really closely.
It's all about Sterling.
All right, we'll get there.
We're nearly there?
Are we there yet? All right, well, it's Sheen Allenger. This is your first solo.
I've been lost in a million dreams with a billion smiles with a trillion screams in the universe. So alone. So alone in the darkest night with a spark so bright from a distant light that helps to get me home. A sweet dream calls me. Somebody knows, somebody somewhere to show me love. A sweet dream calls me. Somebody knows, somebody somewhere will show me love. Close my eyes for perfect scene, an amazing dream with a breathless scene to light around. Yeah, love. A sweet dream calls me. Somebody knows, somebody somewhere to show me love. A sweet dream calls me. Somebody knows, somebody somewhere to show me love. A sweet dream calls me. Somebody knows. Show me love. A sweet dream calls me.
Hey, welcome back, and that is Sheen Allenger. When you sent that to me the other day, I listened to it.
Yeah.
First off, I had to figure out how to listen to it. It had like 4 or 5 different options. And
well, no, because everybody has it.
Yeah.
Everyone from Amazon to you name it. It's all Spotify. It's all over.
It's amazing, right? The access that we can have.
Yeah.
But as I listened to it, had I not known who it was, right? There were a couple of other artists that sounded similar, distinctively and uniquely, original, right? But there were certain other little
elements that just made you feel like it was other.
Yeah. Any consciously or unconsciously after you've done it, any particular influences that you?
Not really.
Yeah. Someone said, "I love the song, love the difference, love the levels."
I mean, the only thing I could compare it to in a production style would be a cross between Post Malone and me. Really, because I do have a certain production style that I do.
Very distinct, very different, right?
Yeah, and most people think a lot of people think it has that little island vibe to it. Mm-hmm. But there's also another trick to that. When they know where you're from, they kind of, even if it's not there, they still put it in there because they think unconsciously by just saying, "Oh, but he's from Cayman, so it's islandy." So it's got that little bit of a reggae vibe in there, or whatever. But even if it doesn't have it, as long as they think that that's where you're...
Yeah, that what makes them like it even more.
Yeah.
Hey. Show it, right?
Yeah.
But it's nice. It is... Well, let me just ask. For those who want it, where can they get it?
Everywhere.
Everywhere? Funky Tanks? No, Mr. Arthur's.
Funky Tanks still sell CDs, don't they? No, we don't.
Don't make fun of me. I like my CD. Why won't you?
It's all online.
Yeah.
It's all online. You can just type in Shane Allenger and you can that's Shane, Shane, last name Allenger, Allenger. And that is my family name, and I respect and love it.
Yeah, man.
And
Do you have any more sort of projects in the work? Anything else you're thinking about doing, now?
Oh, I got a follow-up to this one.
Yeah?
Oh,
okay.
It's huge. It's huge. It's very, I can give you a hint.
Okay.
It's got, my theater side is going to come out of me in this one. Oh yeah. So I've got a 32-piece orchestra in behind this with rock guitars. You heard your Santana kind of feel going on there. Same guitar guy is working with me, so I'm gonna do it.
And I not just want to commend you, or if it's of any value or any help, I want to encourage you, because what it does, it's not just your success, it's the success of the country, but also of the industry, and by extension, other people draw inspiration, right? We joked earlier about, being almost 60. And for some people, they look at that as if it's old. Thank God that my father is in his 90s. You're not old, Red. You just got more time to look back on what you did and what you could do.
It depends on who you're talking to. Because we have those who are older than us and go, you're still just a young spring chicken.
That's right.
And then you have the younger ones that look, boy, you old.
Wow, perspective.
It's all about that. It doesn't matter. And then you also have to think about when you get up, trying to get up out of bed in the mornings. You're not one of those that can just pop up as you used to do.
Yeah. Yesterday, right, I keep looking at each day as not only a blessing and opportunity, but, an appreciation, right? And increasingly, I do it consciously and deliberately, but I do it individually.
Yeah.
And I'm being inclined to sort of share it more publicly. I never did it because I thought about it, be talking out of school, right?
Right.
I had a wonderful opportunity to meet with a fine gentleman yesterday. I admire his tenacity, that desire to succeed, to achieve.
The drive.
That drive, right? His shared a little bit of his success, and I'm saying, man, you make us proud. I really inspired by that, because someone gets somewhere, you realize the effort and the hard work. I just love that. I love the fact that people are getting somewhere. They're putting in the effort. You guys are doing it in music, you're doing it individually. And the fella said, boy, I played football yesterday, boy, I kind of feeling it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yet, you know what? You get up today, you talk about other bed in your Philippines, it's just a reminder that you just keep going, right?
Oh, but remember, no matter what we do, if it's not a daily thing that something we do every day, and we said, okay, we're just going to play ball. I haven't played ball in 10 years.
Yeah.
Just that, waking up the next day.
Yeah. But that's the thing. You do it, right? And
you do it to have fun.
Yeah.
But then that fun will pay. You'll pay for it.
But then you do it again sensibly, right? Many of us.
How you gonna play ball sensibly, especially when you're playing in a competition? Even if it's just for fun. I don't mean sensibly as in fairness and this and that. I'm just talking about you're gonna pace yourself. They're gonna run by you and laugh.
But that's fine. They're laughing, right? But here's the thing. I heard this long ago, and I believe it.
They'll look at you and say, Grandpa, get off this field.
You know what? This interview is over. We're told if you today can do 100 push-ups, 50 years from now, if you did it every day, you'll still be able to do it.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the thing. We wait, and all of a sudden one day we wake up, and maybe we want to start exercising because we look at ourselves and we don't feel. But don't expect to do that thing today that you've not done for the last 10, 30, 40 years, right?
And be a superhero.
Yeah, right.
It ain't gonna happen.
You got where you are 10, 30, 40 years,
There was something I said to you. I said, you gotta, was it faith to believe? What was it?
Yeah, or doing it, you're talking about, people seeing is believing, right?
Seeing is believing. When it's believing is seeing. And that goes for everything you do. You got to believe in yourself to get the result. To put the time, again, and then that comes back to what I was saying earlier.
Yeah.
You put the time in to get that back.
That's right.
You're not going to get it. You're not going to, I'm not going to say you don't have lucky people out there.
Yeah.
But you got to put that time in.
You can't expect something for nothing.
Exactly.
Right? Easy come, easy go, they say.
Mm-hmm.
You talked about, the scripture says, call those things that aren't as if they were. You speak it to me and you work towards it. Faith without works is dead. Too many people want something, but they're not willing to put in the work, the effort, right? There are some people, whether it's luck or the like, they seem to fall uphill. They seem to. I believe that's favor from prayers from past ancestors, right?
But think about where we are. I'll give you a simple example. We used to. We've gotten life has become so easy that ask somebody to check their oil in a car. They won't know where it is.
Yeah.
Because it's become that easy.
For someone else to be paid to do it.
Yeah.
Right. I'll add two things, though. Finish it, or if you wish.
But that's what my point is. Yeah. Life has become so easy for everyone to do, to just go and pay for it for someone else to do it. When it's just checking your oil, the least you could do is even know where it is.
Yeah. But here is something that makes that worse. One, those of us who know are unwilling to teach those who don't, and if they are willing, the people are not receptive to. Well, listen, this is the hood. But let's say for argument's sake, that you have that willing teacher and student. Look at how we're taking phones, the musical instruments that we had, the games that we buy, or cars. Try opening it, looking at it. You remember way back when we could pull apart the radio, the VCR, and you were...
Not recommended.
Well, if it was broken, right? That's how you deconstruct.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you were curious. You wanted to.
You were encouraged. Nowadays, try pull it apart. Not only are you on the risk of penalty of whatever.
Again, people, not There's too much things inside there to cause you way more issues.
Well, that's the other thing too.
Straighten your hair out.
Yeah. I hear you, but also, right, in economics, we were told that when financially you find a space where your liquidity, your cash flow is interrupted, some of the first things that are cut back are the personal services.
Right.
Your nails, your hair, the gardener, the
lawn for some
service.
people I've seen worse.
Right. But the world's economy today, those are the things that they hold on to.
Yeah.
I'm not getting into the terminology as to what they mean and whichever, right? But just as a simple example, people used to get rid of those things before in order to ensure that they can pay the important things, their bills, their housing, and the running water and whichever, right? We flipped that over. We've inverted that whole context. So I'm going to make sure I go and do these personal services. Maybe I'll pay the electric bill. Maybe I'll pay the bank note, right?
I'm sure you've seen this, but I've seen where instead of someone putting the finances together to make sure all those bills are paid, they borrow money to go on vacation so they could come back and create another bill for themselves.
But hang on, the financial system actually
allows
would facilitate that.
Yeah.
Miss Susan, is the other guest here, Mom? Okay, I can't see through the concrete wall. Can you?
Are they here?
All right. I know we are at the segment, and the reason why I was asking publicly is that we chat, we enjoyed. You have a gig tonight?
No.
Okay, you're off tonight?
Yeah.
And you were saying I'll be here for as long. They're not here yet?
They're not. Oh, we're going to keep talking.
We going to keep talking?
Is that what it is? Yeah, man, let's go.
Only a few. We can take a break.
I don't know. You know, it's like, with me, it's like open insert. Get myself in trouble.
Okay.
I got people already meeting me by the door to beat me up because of something I said wrong.
We got someone to help you, man. So we're going to take a break, at least another 15 minutes. All right? We'll work with it. Join us after.
Refer a friend and get $50 to spend when your friend or family member opens a personal account with Cayman National. From July 9th to September 30th, 2024, C&B customers can earn $50 for each referral who opens an individual or joint personal account. Earn up to $500 with a maximum of 10 referrals. Visit CaymanNational.com for more details on this promotion and follow us on social media for updates. Terms and conditions apply.
Do you wish to have your say in the development plan for the Cayman Islands? Well, the next Plan Cayman public consultation meeting will take place Thursday, July 18th from 7 until 9 p.m. in East End at the William Allen McLaughlin Civic Center. You can tune into Radio Cayman as we broadcast the Plan Cayman public consultation live from 7 p.m. this coming Thursday, July 18th. The consult will focus on the 2024 draft planning statement. You can view the planning statement at www.plancayman.ky and share your feedback at this Thursday's night public meeting in East End, which will be carried live right here on Radio Cayman from 7 until 9 p.m.
It's game time, Subway fans. We're upping our sub game with the Subway Series menu, an all-star lineup of 6 delicious recipes. Just order by name or number and we'll do the rest. Whether you're catching a quick lunch or just need a tasty victory, the Subway Series menu is coming in clutch. Subway Series, easy to order, hard to resist. Try it today, only at Subway. Eat fresh.
July is Laundry Month at Brand Source Home Gallery. Get ready to save big with 15% off on all washers and dryers, both domestic and commercial, and 30% off on selected laundry items.
Is your washer or dryer on its last spin? Now's the time to upgrade. From GE, LG, Samsung, Beko, Electrolux to Frigidaire, save up to 30% on laundry appliances during the month of July.
Visit Brand Source Home Gallery on Dorsey Drive in Industrial Park or call 623-5000.
Check out brandsourcecayman.com for more deals. Voted Best Appliance Store of 2023.
Now, more than ever, supporting your immune system is crucial to helping your body fight off illnesses like the common cold, the flu, and COVID-19. At ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road and in Buttontown, we carry all the essential vitamins and minerals to help support your immune system and improve your overall health. Some of our top immunity support picks are vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, and quercetin, or the popular 7-in-1 immunity support. Our pharmacists are always on hand to help guide you and answer any questions. Visit ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road or Buttontown. Live happy, live healthy with ValueMed Pharmacy.
For the Health of It, heard on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. and repeated on Saturdays at 9:30 a.m. is brought to you by The Light Room. Tired of being unwell and struggling to find the energy and vitality to live the life you desire? Come get recharged from the inside out at The Light Room. Our non-invasive, holistic energy enhancement system detoxifies and energizes the body, enabling self-healing and balance. Book online at www.thelightroom.ky or call 938-HEAL, 38 Pasadora Place, GT.
This is Sherry Ebanks, and I work in the financial services sector. I am concerned about how climate change is affecting our beautiful beaches. Sea level rise and changing wind patterns are worsening the erosion of our beaches, and warmer temperatures are causing more sargassum to reach our shores. When our beaches are degraded, our tourism sector and the livelihoods of Caymanians are put in jeopardy. To learn more about the climate risks to our islands, visit www.gov.ky/climate change policy.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Hey, welcome back, and thanks for joining us, and thanks to Sheen Allenger.
Hello.
You want to say hello to everyone?
Again?
Again?
Hello.
and not just thanks for the consistency. That's one of the best words. That determined approach that you and Sean have had as a dynamic duo, right? High Tide has been on the musical scene locally and globally for a beat, all right? But for coming in and talking about it, but also through your music, making it accessible to many, but getting people to a sense of consciousness that through music, there's something in it if we are willing to listen. There's symbolism, there's messaging.
Yeah.
How does that resonate with us, right?
Well, each person has their own story, and each person will take something from whatever you have written and base it either on their life or on another person's life.
Yeah.
So I could be what I wrote it about. Maybe you may take that differently with what's happening in your life. So I guess you become a storyteller in its own way. Yeah. But with me, when I write, I do write about a lot of things about my life. This project that I'm working on is not just about my life, but it's about, I'm writing about everything that I'm seeing.
Observation, right?
Yeah. And, you know, this next song that I wrote was, literally got up one morning early.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, for Sean, it's probably, I was late, but because he gets up early.
But that's a work ethic, right?
No,
People don't get that.
That's his thing. And, but I got up and I just opened up my phone, and the first thing that came on was the news, and it was anything good about it.
Yeah.
So the next song is called "Searching for a Miracle," right? And when I looked, I saw Caroline laying there sleeping, snoring. No, I'm not kidding.
She might be listening for home.
She's not listening.
Her friends gonna tell her.
I know. That's it.
I see why you're probably listening. I see why you're right. Going through the door.
I go and tell her. I know. No, it's just she was sleeping, and I just peacefully, and I tried not to wake her, but it just hit me that there's so much of this stuff going on. And I think when I wrote that song, the war had just started in the Ukraine, and between Ukraine and Russia, and I was like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
We're supposed to be growing as human beings, and we're de-evolving.
Incredibly being divided, right?
No, we're gone back to, oh, you woman, me man, go.
Yeah.
You know, seriously.
Yeah.
Isn't
it interesting? I'll be careful how I present this. Go on, finish your point.
I just find that we need to start being more intelligent and thinking about where we plan on going in our lives.
Right. So let's ask ourselves this question: what if, through our readings, our associations, or subscriptions, there were commentary and analysis that would say, listen, in 1 year from now, 5 years from now, let's just use 2020 as an example, since that for many was a seminal moment in history, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we go forward, say a decade. And what if some of the things that are occurring now were probabilities or were things that people say, what if? And as we watch them unfold, right, we know that just in the Western world, for instance, that have the democracies, there will be an election in the US every 4 years at this time.
Mm-hmm.
In the UK, depending on the flavor of the day, how the political party in power feels their success, once they hit that threshold, they can have an early election. And what if all these things play out? Stock markets have been affected, the world. So what if you have think tanks giving reports or the like? Where are we as the individual, that small little thing here in Cayman? How aware are we of what is happening and that impact on us?
We are, honestly, for me, I think we are affected by everything in this world. Majorly.
Yeah.
Because we are a small island. We do depend on commerce from other countries. However, we have had something that I think we're forgetting about, is we've been also raised to have humility.
And exhibit some humanity.
And exhibit some humanity and love.
Mm-hmm.
And we have had the push to change a lot of that. But we need to come together as a people. And I'm not just talking about Cayman, it's about everybody.
In the Cayman Islands.
In the Cayman Islands, those who are in the Cayman Islands. Because we live with each other.
Yep.
We see each other every single day.
Mm-hmm.
And we should do nothing but share, but give love and share love with each other. And then, a smile, a hello, a wave, doesn't matter where you're from. You come here, this is what it is. You're in a small town. That's just what it comes down to.
And this is why I enjoy our conversations, and why sometimes what is just a passing hello turns out into, man, the ice cream is melted, let me get home and put a straw in it, right?
Yeah.
We talk because there is a seriousness, a consciousness, but a positive intent to bring about things that are better, right? And that's what I like about, when you are performing and the jovialness of who you are, but there's an underlying seriousness about, what is happening in our society.
Yeah, it is. I mean, but we try not to make it so serious all the time, because then it just, it does kind of burst the bubble.
Exactly. You shared something, and we're talking to Sheen Allenger, and you might mistake, wait a minute, who's that philosopher? Well, it's Sheen.
No, he's not a philosopher.
Right. You said the people who come here, there's a positive effect on them.
Yes.
Right? And you and I both have had people share, how it's been such a good thing.
But we've also seen that they don't see it at first. They don't see it at first. They spend their time here, and it's only when they get back home do they realize that how it's they don't have that sort of feeling anymore.
Okay. I'm glad you shared that, because I'm asking.
Because they could let their hair down. Okay, they could let their hair down,
right,
being here. Whereas when they go home, they become so uptight, and everything is.
So in saying that, I want you to guide us, because I hope people will understand and appreciate how important it is, right? Today's only Tuesday. I've had a very, I wouldn't want to say engaging last few days. I don't want to say extended days, deliberate, and people are sharing. And there are growing concerns about the cost of living, safety and crime, their ability to maintain that level of safety and security, right? And it's an us thing. The fingers can't be pointed at, we need more policing, or we need more guns, or we need more unity, we need more community, right?
And why do you feel that way, Sterling?
Yeah, yes. Well, thank you, Dr. Allenger. One individual said something that was almost verbatim.
Yeah.
In previous conversations from other individuals. He said, he gives, he's a good guy. He thought that, all the charitable community work that he did in his church, was exemplary. He was always commended that, oh man, you're right there, we can call on you. And he comes to Cayman and realizes how much more he can, and he does, right? And his partner, she wasn't like that, she didn't have that time. She was busy in her practice and the like. And in the Cayman context, not because he's doing, but it was almost like just so easy, so natural, so willing.
Mm-hmm.
And they're giving all of the people in their circle. I should have said that when you reference that they go back elsewhere, or they take an extended holiday somewhere, that thing that is uniquely and very evident in Cayman, it's just so magnified, we take it for granted. He said, we're losing that because of the lifestyle,
Well, progress, because of the progress that's happening. And it's not, to be honest with you, we're growing as a country, and we're growing as a people, but sometimes you really do have to, and I really don't want to say this, but I know I'm going to put my foot in it.
Go right ahead, man.
You gotta weigh your options. How much do we do, right? Because how much do we do? How much do we change? Because change goes all the way around, from finances all the way to your appearance, your how you receive and people or another person.
Yeah,
it all of those affect you. The aesthetics of the island, everything. All these things matter, and when we start forgetting about those things, you just keep pushing for progress. Progress is not bad, but you got to have a plan.
Yeah.
You got to have a strategy, because
I'll
snapping a finger and letting it happen doesn't mean it's going to be better.
Right. Ms. Susan reminds us of the break. We don't see the scheduled guests. Are they there? Our guests are there, Ms. Susan? No? Yes, maybe so. I gotta make her stand up. That's not good, eh? She is standing. She's on a chair. All right, Miss Allenger, I know you.
Somebody here.
No, that person there is a good person, but that's not the person that we're looking for.
Okay.
Okay. You want to exit at 2? You want to exit now?
Whatever. When's your show?
No, listen. I know you told me that you're here for as long as you're welcome. So I'll see you till 5.
If you need me, I'm here.
All right. Listen, this is how things work. The gentleman is an intellect. He's a creative. The fella has put his creative intellect, and we're going to benefit from it. Stay tuned for Talk Today.
You know who this is? That same old girl that went to Hollywood and Panama? Well, guess what? The fun ain't done yet. Because this year, I'm going to country concerts in Denver. I got kick up my heels in Times Square. I got keep living the dream with Cayman Airways. We so blessed to have them. I tell you what though, this old girl's feeling younger than ever.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering international non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, Kingston, Mobay, La Ceiba, and Havana. Enjoy free rum punch, free in-flight entertainment, free seat selection, and free meals on select flights. Call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
At Doctor's Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctor's Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
Discover your dream home with Cayman National's home loan. Get up to 95% financing, repayment up to 40 years, and just a 0.5% commitment fee. Your interest rate? Depending on your risk factors, it'll be fixed or variable. Plus, you get a pre-approved credit card. This is a limited time offer. Dial 949-8300 or email lending@caymannational.com today.
The offices of dermatologist Dr. Wayne Porter will be taking appointments July 22nd to the 25th at his Crew Road Clinic. Appointment slots are limited. Whether you're seeking advanced skincare, Botox, filler, cosmetic skin enhancements, or simply looking to reduce wrinkles, Dr. Wayne Porter offers a full-service dermatology and dermatological surgery practice. For more information, email drportercayman@gmail.com. That's drportercayman@gmail.com. Call 946-9020 to book your appointment today. That's 946-9020. Celebrate the RAM Water Tank Cayman Anniversary Special. Get your hands on their 225-gallon rectangular water tanks, plus 600 and 1,000-gallon options. On Cayman Brac and Little Cayman, 2,000-gallon tanks delivered directly to you. Their water tanks boast superior strength, crafted through rotational molding. No high-pressure stress, no crackling, just long-lasting durability. Made from top-quality, linear low-density polyethylene. Their tanks withstands harsh conditions with exceptional strength and impact resistance. Order your RAM water tank today. Call 925-3822. RAM water tanks, built to last a lifetime.
Cayman Islands, your input can shape our future. Plan Cayman needs your input on the updated planning statement to create a sustainable community for everyone. Help shape Cayman's future by participating in public consultations with the Central Planning Authority and the Ministries for Planning and Sustainability. Together, we can build a thriving Cayman. For details and to find the meeting closest to you, visit plancayman.ky. Your voice matters. Let's plan Cayman together.
Can you tell me what does a turtle do on his birthday? He celebrates.
Celebrate your loved one's special birthday with a birthday shout-out live on For the Record with Mr. Oret Connor, only on Radio Cayman. WhatsApp your loved one's name to 925-3261. That's 925-3261. Radio Cayman's birthday shout-outs live on For the Record with Mr. Oret Connor every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Brought to you by Coca-Cola. Available across the Cayman Islands. From Tortuga Wholesalers. Accept no substitutes. Taste the feeling with Coca-Cola. And by Superior Auto. They keep your car in tune. Call 949-9570 or 525-9571. Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Oh, no. Hey, welcome back. And my compadre across the conference table is none other than Shane Allenger. And we're going to take some calls, but as we do, you use the word progress, right?
Yeah.
And I say I want to maybe challenge that word. But before I do, let's show deference to the callers.
Let's challenge it.
Yeah, let's challenge
it, yeah.
All right, hey, welcome. Thanks for calling. Yeah, hello?
Good afternoon again, Dwayne.
Hey, welcome. Thank you for listening, man. And we're calling back. How are you?
Okay. And good afternoon, Sheen, again, too, man.
Hey, how are you?
Okay, man.
You told your sister I said hi, right?
No, I'm not sorry yet, but I sent the message with my mother, man.
Oh, okay. How's mommy doing?
She's okay, you know.
All right, that's good to know.
Yeah.
That's always good to know.
Still strong, man. Still strong.
Thank God, man. That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah, well, speaking of music.
Okay. Is this for Dwayne or for me? Which one is it?
He said speaking, so it's for me. Singing will be for you. But forgive him, boy. He like me. We get lost.
Yeah, well, when it comes to music is something that is very powerful. Music is something that you can music is something that you can make that could send a person's soul to hell, or music can be something that you can make to send a person's soul to heaven.
Absolutely. I agree with that.
Music is very powerful.
The artist is they're ambassadors to the public. And for me, they should always think that way.
Yes. So you might see some people make it in the music industry, and the music they're singing and making is music that can send a person's soul to hell, including their own.
Mm-hmm. But then you have that thought, though, you know, and with that thought, you remember the old saying, one man's noise is another man's art. So you've got different people with different tastes and different flavors.
Yes, that's why in music also you can hear from Jesus and God, well done, thy good and faithful servant. That is a part of that saying also when a person makes music.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're able to make music to save a person's soul from hell and inviting them to have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ and God Almighty. When it comes to Illuminati, that is very serious. That is very serious. And I had a friend from Africa who's a musician. He's a singer. He's gone back to Africa now. But he spoke to me and he said that when he was in Africa, before coming to Cayman, he wanted to sign a contract with a recording label.
Mm-hmm.
And he went home and he spoke to his mother about it first. And his mother said to him, Reggie, do not sign that. And he asked her why, and she told him. And I really don't have to say too much more about that. But it's very serious when you get into the music industry.
Was he lucky, or did he luck out by not signing it, or did he sign it, and lucked out. Because it's a double-edged sword. I mean, someone could have the best contract for you, and you could sign it, but whether or not they honor that contract is another story. And this conversation could go on forever about that, because that's life. That's life in general. And I mean, I'm just speaking from myself. I'm speaking from experience, because Sean and I had that conversation with a label in Florida, and the president of the label said, I could give you the best contract in the world, but as a friend, I'm going to tell you, do I honor it? That's up to me. Well, we didn't sign that one, because if you're already giving me an ultimatum, then there's no need. But I think his mother just made the decision based on how she felt about it more than from a religious point of view, I'm assuming.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you sharing. I guess the caller's perspective is knowledge is
power.
Yeah, and being
But
informed.
Then it's still a double-edged sword, because you don't know. It could have been a great contract that he could have signed and become absolutely famous, because you're still in control of your own destiny. You're still in control of your own path, right? We were signed with a High Tide. Coming back to High Tide, we were signed with a label out of West Palm Beach called Der Music, and I don't know if anybody knew. Anyhow, it was they signed us, and they ended up wanting us to be a boy band after a while. And it was more than Sean and myself. There was Benjamin Turner, Jonathan Ebanks, Roger Bugs Wilson, Sean and myself. And we signed that. And, Sean and I acted up, signed the whole contract. And then we found out they started to dress us as a boy band, and I was like, wow, okay, no, not our music. And we decided to come out of the contract. So we got with the lawyer again, and he put it all together. Record company agreed, we agreed, and we pulled away from the contract because they just didn't see our vision.
Yeah.
As artists. Was it a right move? I don't know. Yeah. But we did it.
Yeah.
So, and
I guess to that caller's point, maybe financially something might be lucrative, but philosophically, maybe from the creative aspect of what you're trying to do as the musician, it doesn't align, and so that money isn't all that you would.
Well, money isn't everything, but you could still have that artist could have still got in the door, and then once he has established himself, could have created something more, and pulled away from all what they were trying to do, and he would have had a name to back him. So it's like I said, it's a iffy kind of thing, and I wouldn't disagree with anything that has happened in his life, as long as he's happy.
As I listen to you, I can apply that to an prospective employee entering a company. There's a particular job or a division or posting that the person would want, but just believe they get in the door, they can find their way in. That may work for some, or you may find that they get there and all of a sudden, not because they have found something better, but simply because they're now in and at the discretion and direction of others who may push them, right? Just now you were talking about, the pull, and I was going to ask, is it the pull or the pressure on the Cayman landscape? You talked about progress. Now we got a news break. When we come back, let's see if we can revisit that, tie that into the whole idea of music and creativity, and talk more about, your project.
Okay.
All right. Susan's like, another break again. Stay tuned.
From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market.
With a look at your latest headlines, I'm Jevy Ebanks. David Hurlston and Dane Wilson previously entered pleas for possessing an illegal firearm after police found the gun when the men tried to avoid a police checkpoint earlier this year. Mr. Hurlston, who pleaded guilty, is set to be sentenced on the 15th of October following a social inquiry report. His counterpart, Mr. Wilson, will stand trial in a judge-alone trial on the 23rd of September and is represented by Brady's attorneys at law. The trial is expected to take 5 days. In regional news, Belize has signed a memorandum of understanding with the World Intellectual Property Organization to address intellectual property and technology disputes. Represented by a delegation from the Belize Intellectual Property Office, the collaboration aims to provide alternative dispute resolution options, including mediation for IP-related conflicts. BELIPO will offer voluntary mediation for trademark oppositions, utilizing WIPO's mediation rules. The partnership seeks to promote specialized IP and technology alternative dispute resolution in Belize. In Jamaica, the Court of Appeal recently ruled that the Kensington Primary School breached the constitutional rights of a female student who was denied access in 2018 due to her dreadlocks. The school's policy, which prohibited dreadlocks, was found to have violated the child's right to freedom of expression and equitable treatment by a public authority. Despite the school's claim that the hairstyle harbored lice and mold infestation, the court upheld the student's constitutional right. The claimant had sought a declaration that the grooming policy excluding dreadlocks was unconstitutional and breached their right to freedom of expression, equality, and freedom from discrimination. That's your latest headlines. I'm Jevy Ebanks.
www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
When it comes to weekly meal prep, I trust Kirk Market to provide the best value for quality proteins. The butchers at Kirk Market are super helpful. They always slice my steaks perfectly. Kirk Market has everything I need for healthy and flavorful protein-packed meals. From lean cuts of CAB choice beef, tender CAB prime beef, the juiciest pork, and all-natural hormone-free poultry, to their seafood section with everything from fresh local snapper to omega-3 rich salmon. I choose Kirk Market for the highest quality proteins to support my healthy lifestyle. Kirk Market. Eat well, live well, and discover a world of choice.
Cayman Islands, your input can shape our future. Plan Cayman needs your input on the updated planning statement to create a sustainable community for everyone. Help shape Cayman's future by participating in public consultations with the Central Planning Authority and the Ministries for Planning and Sustainability. Together, we can build a thriving Cayman. For details and to find the meeting closest to you, visit plancayman.ky. Your voice matters. Let's plan Cayman together.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Hey, welcome back and thanks for joining us. Of course, the phone lines are there. And Sheena,
what's up?
Yeah. This is where I think many of us are very appreciative of what the creative arts and music in particular. I'm not an aficionado and certainly will not even consider myself knowledgeable.
Right.
But I think the calypso and calypsonians in particular, and the commentary, the contemporary commentary that they have in society,
it's
amazing, huh?
Oh my God! But but that's it. The storytellers, right? And they weren't explicit lyrics, but they were suggestive lyrics.
Some, that the double entendre at times.
But you had to think about it, and when you heard the end of the story, you kind of started laughing to yourself, going, "That's what they meant." Like, for instance, I will go on Dave Martin. A honeymooning couple was in a bedroom, packing up to go away in the middle of June, when all of a sudden argument break out. Listen to the bridegroom, listen how he shout, "You get on top." That's the way it must go. I am your husband, you know. You get on top. Hush your don't make noise, hush your mouth. It's the only way we can work out. So where did your mind go?
And they pack a suitcase, they're going away.
No, that's what we know. But the whole song was going straight through, and you thinking that, oh, what is that? You know, until they get to the end again, his suitcase they trying to close. You know,
what was it?
Exactly. You see, so I mean, the thing about the storytelling and not being explicit, but these days, I mean, you can't find much songs that don't have explicit lyrics in it.
Okay, I like you sharing that, and what I enjoyed about what I call real music as opposed to the crap that we hear these days, right?
Oh, it's not crap. Come on.
No? Find a better word, because I'll be kind.
No, it's not. Like I said, one man's noise is another man's
I say that deliberately because I like how you are willing to challenge stuff, right? And I was thinking AI when you said that, right? But deliberately consciously to evoke some people's consciousness and ask them to discuss it. It's only Tuesday.
Yeah.
The Calypsonian.
I still got to drive home.
Well, you can replay would take a comment on something.
Yeah.
And there's the double entendre, there's the ambiguity, but there was also a social commentary about probably political and economic things happening either in that country or the region or the world, right?
Right.
One reason why I think Billy Joel is such a fantastic, storyteller.
Mm-hmm.
Because you could use his song "We Didn't Start the Fire" and give you 5 decades of history, right? And it's just so much in there, but that's not peculiar to him, But today, it would appear that many of the songs, whether they're country artists or otherwise, they sound almost alike. And I'm asking, just like the boy bands of what you referred to, they were all the same. Right. The beat sounded the similar. It was almost the same thing. The creativity, the originality.
But so was soca for a certain amount of time as well.
Okay. But soca, okay.
Yeah, because I mean, but the thing is, the U.S., especially the U.S. market, they do have their genres and the beats. The beats that they create.
Yeah.
And they try to follow it. So this is why sometimes when you have to have a record label behind you, or just have enough push behind you to put your music out there for its originality. But if you don't, but that's what somebody would say, that it's going against the grain of the wood. How the U.S. market works is they go with the grain.
Yeah.
Because you have millions and millions of dollars that are going into those artists that they have.
So it's more the commercialization as opposed to the
commercialization.
Okay.
Like what's the new shoes? What's the new shirt? What's the latest thing that's on the market? So that's why all that happens.
So there's a conformity then.
Right. And the same thing happened with Calypso.
Yeah.
And even reggae. But that's what made Bob Marley and so unique. Third World, Black Uhuru. I mean, we could go down the list of all these Jamaican groups that were special, and even I think enough.
But look at even you speaking of reggae, you got UB40, for instance, right? A couple of their old songs. And Chalice, I always like their music because I saw them in concert, and the creativeness, the responsiveness. There's a power outage. Immediately, they did a cappella. They pulled out who knew that they could do strings and horns? And they came out and they did something that was almost like a philharmonic, right?
You talking about Third World?
No, Chalice. Right?
Chalice, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Wayne did that?
Yeah.
What?
And that just showed you how they're not just...
I wasn't at that show. I wish I was.
Yeah. It was amazing to watch that sort of impromptu concert.
Right.
Being responsive, that we came here to perform. We are professional. We enjoy this thing. And you are the reason why we have a success. So we want to say thanks. Every Third World concert I've attended has been fantastic. But that Chalice one was equally.
But these guys, honestly... We even in Cayman, we've had incredible musicians.
Yeah.
Incredible musicians. from that were taught here in some that were taught here in Cayman. A lot of us we learned music. Right. We read about it. We practiced. We learned it. We watched people. We got ideas. We weren't always taught. I was taught in school with vocals for the choir and everything, and I did learn piano, and right now I can tell you I can play instruments, but my number one thing is my voice. That's
an instrument.
That's it. Yeah. That's my instrument. Yeah. So even when I produce, I actually get those players.
Yeah.
Right.
To complement your voice, to give you that song?
Because I don't want to be
okay.
tinkling on the piano. I actually want a piano player.
Yeah. Which group did the Neil Diamond song Red Red Wine? Who was that?
UB40.
UB40. Okay. Yeah. So I was thinking, and the reason why here's where I'm going with this. There's some people, either with solo artists or groups, they've taken a song.
Like High Tide,
right?
Awesome.
And made it theirs, that you think of it. UB40, Red Red Wine, nobody thinks of Neil Diamond, right? Whitney Houston with a Dolly Parton song. I can hear it in my head, but whichever. Rarely do you think that's a Dolly Parton song. That's Whitney's, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there are a few others like that. But I say that to ask, today, if a musician, whether it's a calypsonian or whether it's pop, speaking about something, and not necessarily explicit lyrics in terms of expletive laden, but very, very conscious of talking about something. I wonder how society today, I only become familiar with this concept of cancelled culture in recent years. I didn't know what that was. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't. I only learned that probably in the last 2 years.
Really?
I didn't know it. So in my understanding of what that means, the thing that you are being punished for today is something that 50 years or however long ago was okay. You're now being destroyed for that. Not saying it's right or wrong, but
you're talking about that battle against the Gen X.
Well, I didn't bother to put labels to it.
Oh my goodness!
Right? But if a musician today was producing the music that was produced in the 70s or earlier, or even I don't think that they would get the same play. They would be looked at differently because we're taking today's mindset, or
it's changed.
Has it? Okay.
There's a lot of kids now that are tuning into the older type of music, the more quality driven music.
I like the word quality.
Quality driven music, but it doesn't mean that there aren't kids out there who are making that.
Yeah.
It's just it's still being driven by the record labels, who have still spent millions of dollars to keep these top line artists on the thing. Because how did they justify by just dropping it and just changing it? How did they justify that to their investors? Because that's what record labels are. They're basically a bank. Then they lend artists the money, or should I say they invest in the art. They give the artists the money to create the things. They give them a percentage of the deal, but they have to pay back for everything first before they get the money. Right?
Some people don't understand that, right?
It's a really tough thing. But the internet's not, as much as it's a curse, it's a blessing. Because you can have artists can go out now, be able to distribute out there and get their music heard. But what's happened is it's shrank. It whereas you used to make money, now that money is gone. It's smaller now.
Okay. All right.
And with the cost of living, especially living in Cayman, with the cost of living, it's not like it's a lot of money unless you do it. And now it's even gotten worse.
Yeah.
Because now major labels are now working with even things like Spotify and all these other things, and to you have to have over 100,000 plays before you even they will even give you any money. If you don't make 100,000 plays and over, you're not getting any money at all. And 100,000 plays is really no money, because if you work it out, I think it's like 3 cents. 3 cents a play. What is that? You end up with nothing.
Yeah.
You know, and think about your costs that you have to do a professional recording. Yeah, you could do some stuff at home, and yes, it will sound great, and yes, you will get all of that. But to get a serious professional recording, it costs money.
Yeah.
And not a couple hundred. It costs you some serious money. So you have to know what you're doing. You find ways of cutting corners, but it still takes money. Well, the usual thing. Takes money to make money.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
that's just recording. That's not even marketing.
Yeah. All these other things now, when we see the artists, and sometimes there's a news report or we'll read something somewhere, and that artist, even the athlete, it's broke. Well, it's broke because they weren't making any money. The money was being made by other people on that person's talent. Now, there are some who have exceptional, seemingly, reportedly, wealth, but a different market. And I come back to where I commend you guys for being consistent. You've eked out, a living, whether that is something that would have been better financially elsewhere, but you've done it for the love of doing it. You've paved the way, may inspire other people to say, you know what, it can be done. It's being done.
Yeah.
How can we do it better in terms of, success, financial and otherwise?
Well, when the High Tide first started, we were a 5-piece.
With fries or just 5-piece?
Yeah, five piece with coleslaw fries, and when they used to have a bit baked beans. Thank you, Kentucky. But need to bring the baked beans back. I'm
That's
just saying.
Reason why they don't
But anyway,
she's not having that.
So
it doesn't agree with her.
I know where we were now. Yes,
no, I know where we were, but I wanted to interject because she has a scheduled break.
A scheduled break, okay.
Yeah, and then we'll come back. We'll just wrap it up. Cool?
All right, sounds good.
All right, stay tuned.
At Doctor's Hospital, we know life happens, and usually when you least expect it. So when unexpected medical issues arise, you need quality care close to home. Located in the heart of Georgetown, our accomplished team of physicians and medical staff treat minor urgent conditions such as migraines, chest and abdominal pain, shortness of breath, burns, broken bones, open wounds, and more. 24 hours, 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Peace of mind is important when life happens. At Doctor's Hospital, we're always here just for you. Need to speak to someone? Call 949-6066.
You know who this is? That same old girl that went to Hollywood and Panama? Well, guess what? The fun ain't done yet, because this year, I'm going to country concerts in Denver. I got kick up my heels in Times Square. I got keep living the dream with Cayman Airways. We so blessed to have them. I tell you what though, this old girl's feeling younger than ever.
Make your travel dreams come true with Cayman Airways, offering international non-stop flights from Cayman to New York, Miami, Tampa, Denver, Los Angeles, Panama, Kingston, Mobay, La Ceiba, and Havana. Enjoy free rum punch, free in-flight entertainment, free seat selection, and free meals on select flights. Call 949-2311, contact a travel agent, or visit CaymanAirways.com.
Find your dream car with a Cayman National Vehicle Loan. Enjoy 100% financing, up to 8-year repayment, and a 7% fixed interest rate for the first 5 years. For eco-friendly cars, we'll waive your commitment fee. This only applies to new vehicles. Call 949-8300 or email lending@caymannational.com today.
Do you want to have your say in the development plan for the Cayman Islands? Well, the next Plan Cayman public consultation meeting will take place this Thursday, July 18th, from 7 until 9 p.m. in East End at the William Allen McLaughlin Civic Center. You can tune into Radio Cayman as we broadcast a Plan Cayman public consultation live from 7 p.m. this Thursday, July 18th. The consult will focus on the 2024 draft planning statement. You can view the planning statement at www.plancayman.ky and share your feedback at Thursday's public meeting taking place in East End, which will be carried live right here on Radio Cayman from 7 p.m. until 9 p.m.
Did you know that there are over 300 public rights-of-ways to the shoreline across the 3 Cayman Islands? Now you can find them easily with the new Shoreline iMap at gov.ky/shoreline. Social media, X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Interact with our talk shows on YouTube. Download our official Radio Cayman app, or you can log on to our website, www.radiocayman.gov.ky. You can also add us to WhatsApp
on 925-3261.
All the latest information, breaking news, community events, and more. Radio Cayman.
Water Authority Cayman would like to advise its valued customers that its Cayman BRAC Customer Service Office will temporarily close from 12 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. on Wednesday, July 17th to facilitate a staff event. The authority apologizes for any inconvenience this may cause and appreciates the public's understanding.
Radio Cayman's Talk Today. What is on your mind, Cayman?
Hey, welcome back and thanks for joining us. And in the studio, Sheen Allenger, as he agreed, he said, I'll come in and spend an hour with you, half an hour if you want. And I can't read that too much, but I'll go back to it. He's showing me something. I don't have my glasses on. I'll look at it. But we have a caller, Mr. Allenger.
Yes.
8 minutes or so remaining. Hey, welcome. Thanks for calling.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Okay, now I can hear that you and Shane is having a very, very good conversation.
Oh, we're just laughing our butts off, I tell you.
I'm a huge fan of High Tide. Shane and both know that.
Thank you.
But I'm not calling now just to throw praises on you, actually.
You sure?
I'm calling about you at all.
Oh, are you going to complain about the baked beans not being there either?
No, that one went right over me.
Oh, trust me.
I don't want to say that it's a complaint. I really don't. Because I am a kind person and a very, very much a proponent of Cayman kindness. But sometimes I believe we forget that charity begins at home. I've made similar mistakes in my personal life. I mean, I know I've given away sometimes to the point where I have nothing for myself. And that's foolish, you know? Why I'm actually calling, the humanitarian trip or aid that we've sent to the Eastern Caribbean, where my understanding right now is that we are almost left without a government. Our whole entire government have gone on this charter flight down to Grenada and St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I love all of our Caribbean neighbors, as we're all created by God, throughout the whole wide world. So I would have to say that without knowing people, just because we're part of God's big family, I would have to say that my heart is full of love for all of us. Now, where I have a problem with giving away this kind of money and giving away this kind of assistance is when we neglect our own. And we have some serious neglect in this country, but I would keep it a little bit specific to the hurricane relief. Because, we could very well have been in a similar situation. I'm trying to remember when we were so down and out, how many people helped, but I can't seem to recall. But that's all right. I won't go back. My memory can't go back as far as 2004 that we had a bad hurricane. I can't think that far back. Anyway, what I know is that there are people, and I'm speaking right now of a specific specific situation with which I am very much involved. A gentleman living alone in Cayman Brac who applied for assistance to get his house, you would have to say, hurricane ready. And it wasn't a lot to be done. There was a leak, and it's not only during hurricanes, when we have bad, heavy rains, particularly if they're coming from the south. There's a section in the house that leaks, and it leaks right, not from the roof. It's not a roof leak. It leaks right down the wall of this person's bedroom, which if it's through the night and you don't know, it creates a big flood on a tile floor, making it very slippery. This person has an injury. When the help was first applied for, I believe he was still using walking aids like a stick or a walker. And it's at least 4 years since it was applied for. There have been numerous visits by the Public Works Department, by this department. I happened to have been there when they came and measured up, and I was there one day when they came to install and realized that they had not brought the material to install. And it's gone on and on and on. In that particular situation, we're leaving one of our own, and there could be many, many others, and I'm sure there are. But I don't speak of things that I'm not sure. I don't go and draw these huge, like 99.9% of our people when you have no idea where that figure came from. So I am speaking to a specific situation about a specific person whom, if anybody from the government, particularly the Cayman Brac representatives, they would know exactly who I'm talking about. No, not only that that situation remained unattended to. I mean, this is a person who has made major contributions to his country, Now, they have carried down to the Eastern Caribbean, forget how many thousand tons of hurricane-ready equipment or hurricane restoration, specifically generators. It didn't say how many generators, but to the value of, I think, something like 100 million 1 million, not 100 million. If a storm hits us right now and Caymanians don't have generators, are they going to provide generators to every household that does not have a generator? And I said, no, we've been through this and we were not provided with generators. We had people price gouging, selling $300 and $400 generators for $3,000 and $4,000 is what we had in the aftermath of Hurricane Ivan. We did not have government going around distributing generators to there are houses in Cayman that need generators, whether there's a hurricane or not. We have some people who can't pay their bills, some who are disconnected.
But if we are to be our brother's keeper, I mean, as you said, we're all God's children. If our friends and neighbors in the Eastern Caribbean have been devastated, if we can help, why shouldn't we?
Shouldn't, Wayne? But I'm saying you must feed your own children in your household, feed your wife, take care of your family, which I know you would do, before you send to help me with mine.
But maybe I could take that loaf of bread, take a few slices from my household, give you a few slices, and everybody got some little thing. And
Dwayne, we don't need to be hypothetical. What we need to do is look at the facts that stare us in the place. I am telling you that there is a particular person with whom I'm well acquainted, who I know needs a few $1,000s in assistance to have a house ready. And our government have promised for 4 years, numerous visits in and out. We're going to do this. They have not done it. They did not promise a generator, but they've gone to the Eastern Caribbean to fix people's houses, to give away generators, to give away cash when we have people in Cayman needing it. It's the same as you saying, Dwayne, I am hungry. I need you to send food for me, and I don't care whether your wife and children are fed. It's that.
Yes,
so
she's also probably saying this.
Let's not hypothecate something when we have facts to deal
She's
with,
mentioning
is what I'm saying. Right? If everybody in Cayman was fine and dandy, give it away the rest. I am not a rich person, but I help as many people as I can. I love it. I love to help people. It's a part of my persona. It's a part of who I am.
I guess on like the banks hypothecating, I guess that's not what we're doing. But I appreciate when you say that's not making it hypothetical. But from that perspective, though, is it in the Cayman context that we have now, because of the partisanism of our politics, that we look at the person and say, no, not my voter, not my supporter, out of luck, Bobo? Is that potential across the globe, not specifically in this individual case? Is that what's happening?
I don't know. I don't know if that's what it is. I mean, we know that political favors.
Sweet dream goals.
We know that it happens.
I hear you. I mean, it's interesting. I think, what I would have preferred more time with you, because I do not, as much as I wish to engage you, I do not want you to think of my question as being anti or interruptive. But what else you want to share in that? And I can always invite you to,
No, I can feel her. I can feel the love. I can feel the understanding, because she's not dismissing the other, the fact that the
There's
Eastern Caribbean didn't need help. I think what she's saying is, how about we help
where help is needed.
Help at home as well as helping abroad.
Yeah.
If that's the case. So she's not dismissing it. She's just saying she knows of one. She mentions one person, but I know there's more than that out there.
Ms. Lorna, I hear you, Mom, and as the gentleman shared. What else, Mom?
Sweetie, you have a good day, Sterling, my darling.
Oh, I will. Thank you for that. And my day is going to be good, because, boy, the Lord is merciful. Imagine, he looks at me and says, "Gee, I'm not done with you yet." Boy, he didn't. Oh, what a mess I would be in. But to the caller, and perhaps many, it's understandable. You know what, Shane, this is where I think your song, as you listen to it. Now, I had the benefit of you send it to me, and like many, I got to listen to it from two perspectives: a strong admiration, appreciation for your creative, energy, but also, hey, we can have a discussion. And I don't like to watch things. I prefer to read things. Listening is okay.
Yeah.
And as I listened to it, I saw, as I listened to it, I saw so much symbolism.
This is what I was saying. Everybody has a story.
Yeah.
You can take their story from it, because it's what, at the end of the day, the song's all about having that sweet dream.
Yeah.
That perfect scenario that Miss Lorna would love to
Yeah.
have. We would all love to have. And
you said just now unity, right?
Yeah.
I said progress. And she is right. You don't cut off your nose to spite your face. You don't pretend that you have more than what you do.
Right.
Your mom always say, don't put your hat high and you can reach it. Or people say, you cut the seal according to your cloth. But I question sometimes in the Cayman context. If John gets and we like John, that's good. But if James gets and we don't like James, and I'm just wondering generally, okay, not to do with anyone in particular. I wonder where we are in this relationship, this Christian ethos of helping, right? I recognize that as my parents age, and the way dementia and Alzheimer's can ravage the brain and the personality and the like. But I recalled the love where everybody sat down with the table, the children as well as the neighbors' children, and we ate, and everybody ate. It wasn't one got rid of at the expense of the other. The Cayman of today is at risk of being ravaged by people who are parasites and bottom feeders, and as we know, elder leaders said, and I use it publicly because I respect it so much. We should look at them.
Yeah, but that's a tough.
Yeah,
that's a discussion probably for another day.
But hopefully you'll be in the free.
No, I don't. For me, I think it is a difficult question, because we'll be putting a lot of people on the chopping block, and then do you really want to attempt that? Because as much as we want,
is that because we don't have enough chopping blocks?
No, is that do we want to be right, or because we can't be the only one that's right?
Yeah, I have a dynamic unfolding sometimes where I say to people this. It's not about winning the argument. It's about preserving the relationship. I don't want to be right. I don't want to be right now. I I want it to be something that makes us as a people understand what we have, right?
You want us to get something at least out of the conversation rather than just having the conversation.
Yeah, but too many people are so self-absorbed, right? Like as when Pastor said, they're so heavenly bound to no earthly good, right? We see the award that may be bestowed upon us at the behest of others who control and dictate and direct our destiny, as opposed to being that person who's prepared to stand in the gap. Be careful, I make it political. My friend.
Amen. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah, my brother. Can I get up?
And the room is healed.
All right. Miss Susan, thank you, Mom, for the few extra minutes. And I think as Miss Lorna reminded us, the importance of us, not just being a brother's keeper, but looking after our own.
Absolutely.
Mr. Art, on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, as we invite everyone to listen to him tomorrow, brings that sort of socio-political commentary to the table.
Thank you so much, Dee, for having me here today. Really, really appreciate it.
A pleasure, man, a pleasure.
I was having a lot of fun. This is a talk show that...
What we say here goes everywhere. Our guest tomorrow, in addition to what's planned for the first hour, we have Mr. Kerry Lawrence, who going to confirm with him. It was looking good at 1 o'clock. He'll join us. Hopefully, he'll be able to. Another fellow who comes to the table and shares from an informed perspective. Looking forward to having Mr. Lawrence join us tomorrow. We got another great thing planned for Thursday, Friday as well.
I'm not going to be here.
I will be.
Just so those who tuned out can tune back in.
Tune back in. There you go. And please download Shane's latest project. We always have it here on Radio Cayman. Thanks for sharing with us so we can play it.
Thank you.
Continued success, my friend. Not just financially, but the reward that you get from the work that you do. You and Sean both are great inspiration. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Miss Susan. Thanks, Miss Juni. Either that finger is telling me to wrap it up or something else, but we're 7 minutes and 40 seconds over. It's a good day. Until tomorrow.
What's that?
Talk Today is brought to you by Subway, open 24 hours in Countryside, Anderson Square in Georgetown, and Centennial Towers in West Bay. And by the Ministry of District Administration. Explore your history, explore your land, explore your sister islands. And Cayman Airways. Call them on 949-2311 to book your nonstop flights to Los Angeles and Panama. And Digicel, Cayman's bigger, better network. And Doctors Hospital. Peace of mind is important when life happens. Doctors Hospital, always there for you. Call 949-6066.
Shaken yet standing firm. This is Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.